The way a few numbers had moved made me wonder whether Utah was starting its typical spring increase in housing demand a full month early in February. Well, and I'm gonna go ahead and say that the numbers as they look from last week. Hey, welcome to The Numbers and the Nuance. I'm Christopher McGee. I'm the owner of Halcyon Real Estate. I'm with the Keller Williams Market Center in Salt Lake City, Utah. Today is the 12th of February, 2024, and we're gonna just jump right into it. So in last week's update video, I mentioned how the way a few numbers had moved made me wonder whether Utah was starting its typical spring increase in housing demand a full month early in February. Well, and I'm gonna go ahead and say that the numbers as they look from last week for this week's video essentially refute that idea. I will say though that, as I've been continuing to say for the last 3-4 months, that our inventory continues to come down, and that means that whenever spring demand does hit, it's gonna create an increase in prices. Let's go ahead and look at the numbers. First, as always, our inventory is at 7,170. That's down from the previous week and trending down clearly. Our average days on market as of last week was 66, same as the previous week, but this is still trending up. Our average list price in the prior week was $729,697, way higher than I'd like to see it in February, up from the previous week. But while that may be the average list price, it still isn't where buyers are meeting sellers on average, because as of last week, average sold price came to $686,853. So the difference between average list price and average sold price last week came to $42,844 in the buyer's favor. Now, that's way lower than we've seen it this year, indeed lower than we saw it all last year, and this indicates a couple of things. One, there may have been a disconnect between what sellers think the market is and what buyers are telling sellers the market actually is, and or there just happened to be a larger number of homes on the market that genuinely warranted an over typical average list price. Either way, where this number goes in the next few weeks will tell us for sure what exactly happened there. Number of homes sold last week came to 377. That's down from the previous week, trending down overall from the beginning of 2023's fourth quarter, but we do anticipate it picking up in a month here, and as I said last week, we may be seeing an early start to it. The current number of homes under contract is 4,651. That's up from the previous week. This was trending down as we looked at it from the beginning of October, but the pace at which it's been climbing for the last 6 weeks has really leveled out that trend line, and we've got that 6 weeks to now say this is clearly trending up. Price reductions last week, that happened 513 times. That's down from the prior week. It's trending down, but we can see it's looking fairly level for the last 6 weeks there since the new year. And the number of listing contracts that were canceled, expired, or withdrawn from the MLS last week came to 234, down from the previous week, and we see this trending moderately down. All right, that's it this week. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions about any of the numbers that we went over or my take on any of it, or if you have comments on it, let me know, hit me in the comments. If you or anyone you know is looking to buy a home in Utah in the coming months here, I hope you'll feel free to reach out to me and put me on your or their team. You know I know this market, I love to communicate well, and I'll be happy to work with you. And finally, if you'd like to stay educated on Utah's real estate market, there's not gonna be a better way and to hit that subscribe button and just stay with me on it Monday to Monday. Hope you're having a good one. Thanks for watching. See you next week.